Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet another day, a new day, a bright Sunday, a day that the Lord has made, that we should all be glad and rejoice in it. A day that we can call it a better day, a day that everyone is celebrating. One particular reason, the fact that we are all alive. God created us, but some of us came through some people, which today is being recognized the whole world as Father's Day. Father's Day, we call it Responsible Day. As a father, you should be able to take responsibilities within your family. So if you are not taking that responsibility, your recognition is limited. Therefore, today be the Father's Day, we encourage all of you to remember, because we can see that some of you are just producing. You are helping the ladies to produce without taking any responsibilities. So if you are a father, a responsible father today, we celebrate you, we acknowledge you, we recognize you, and we wish you a happy, happy, happy Father's Day. Today is also a special day for us, a day that the Lord has given it to us, especially those of us here at Richmond Media. Today is exactly 1 year that this media was established. By the grace of God, we are growing in numbers, growing in all angles, growing in production, and growing on this platform, that everyone, wherever you are, can hear us. Therefore, we give glory and thanks to the Almighty God for giving us this opportunity through this platform. So at this moment, I wish every one of you, our viewers and my colleagues with me, we all join hands together to wish the CEO of this platform, today be the Father's Day, the happy Father's Day to Sir Bobby. We thank the Lord for giving you the vision to bring this production or this media or this platform to be established, so that the whole world can hear what the good Lord can do for us. We pray that the territories of this platform will continue to grow and grow in abundance, so that we can have more platforms in addition to what we have already been given. At this moment today, it's a special day. Therefore, we have to look into what will benefit the men of these days. The topic for today is maintaining the health of prostate. At the end of the program, we will understand what a prostate is, who bear this prostate that we are talking about, how can we maintain the health of prostate, and if we fail to maintain the health of prostate, what are the implications that will come along? If the men are affected, women are also affected, because they have to be strong in order to be able to give what they have to us to make reproduction grow. Today, I have my handsome brothers, which I think everyone will join me to wish them also a happy Father's Day. I have Brother Maxwell Owusu Ansah with me at the studio. Brother Maxwell, you're welcome to Richmond Media.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me once again.
You're welcome. And another handsome brother, Brother Ackon or Ackon George. Brother George, you are welcome to Richmond Media.
Thank you.
I wish you again a happy Father's Day. This is coming to you right from Richmond Media to your doorsteps. Our viewers, you are welcome to today's program. Stay tuned until the end of the program, and I know you'll benefit from this program. Brother George and Brother Maxwell, do you have someone that you wish to express your gratitude to as a father? May I give you the platform, please?
Yes, yes, I do. Of course, my dad, he needs to be celebrated, but I think in due time, God will make it happen. But he has been the best man of all times, and his name is Ura Kojo Ajimai, or say Blessing Victor. He hails from Enyinasu in the Edra Seche Dumasi districts of the Ashanti region. God richly bless him for all that he has done and is still doing. And then the other to my uncle, Mr. Simon Terrier. God bless him also for what he has done. And all the wonderful men that I am acquainted with. See, when it comes to people from my work, from school, friends, from church, especially, all the elders of the New Behinase SDA Church in Wiamoase. God richly bless you. And finally, to Mr. Apia Daniel Fache. Yes, he has been a wonderful friend. And also, of course, to my senior, Mr. Ackon George. I have a lot of people to talk about, but time wouldn't permit. So I would say all the wonderful men in my life, God bless you all. Amen.
Thank you so much, Brother Maxwell. Mr. Ackon, please, do you have anyone that you would like to wish a happy Father's Day before we start the program? Thank you.
Okay. So some of us there, our fathers are late. So since they are late, we want those who come early. So those who join. So every responsible male, we want to wish them happy Father's Day. Every responsible male. And we pray that God should continue to strengthen them for every male to know his duties as a male or as a father to accomplish its goals. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for coming for today's program. To everyone who has contributed to my life, to my dad, Papa Nico, everyone I cannot mention everyone's name, but to the Echampon family. I have two Echampons family. So both families, I wish all the men in that family happy Father's Day. And to the Boatin families, that's my maternal side, I also wish you all, my uncles, happy Father's Day. To whoever we cannot mention, everyone watching us, all the men, Brother George Owusu became my own brother. I wish you a happy Father's Day. Brother George says good afternoon and happy Father's Day to Brother Maxwell and name, which is Brother George Ackon. Bless you all. Today's program is how we can maintain the health of prostate. So when we talk about prostate, what is it at all, if I may ask, please?
Okay. Senior George, as I often call him, I will take up this one. So the prostate, it's in its nature, it's a gland that produces fluids, and it's mainly part of the male reproductive system. So, in a way, the female doesn't have this particular gland that we are talking about. So, um, it is just about the size of a to the Western people. There is a chestnut that I would describe it as just about the size of a chestnut, and it weighs about 30 grams, about 1 ounce. Um, its most important function, I would say, is the production of fluids, which we will be talking about later in the discussion. And so, together with the sperm cells from the testicles, these fluids make up the semen that the male uses for reproduction. And it is generally situated below the urinary bladder in the pelvis. that is where it is found. And then it is designed, it is structured in such a way that the urethra passes through it from the bladder. So it basically surrounds the male urethra from the inside. So that is how I would describe it.
Brother Ackon, have you also got a different way that you can let us understand what a prostate
Okay.
is?
So as Brother Maxwell have said, he has said it all, but you realize that because it's just underneath the bladder, the urinary bladder, that's where it gets its name, prostate, which means stand before the bladder, stand before. So it's based on its position that gets its name, and it's also one of the largest accessory gland in the male reproductive system. So specifically, whenever we are talking about prostate, it's about the male. Women don't have, as Brother Maxwell has said, but also by maintaining its health is the duty of the man and also the woman, or the male and the female together will be able to maintain its health. So that's what I can add to what Brother Maxwell said.
So, what does it do? The importance of this prostate. I know some came along as you are describing what is it, but what exactly does it do for the male?
Oh, okay. You realize that its situation, as Brother Maxwell rightly said, it's just under the urinary bladder. Then it's also in front of your rectum. Then within it is another tube called the urethra. And that urethra is a structure where semen and urine pass through out from the body. So when it comes to the role of the prostate, the first one and that's the main thing that most people say, is about the production. It is important for reproduction. This is how it performs its works. Because it supplies parts of the seminal fluid, semen. When we talk about semen here is a fluid that is released through the penis during orgasm. So the fluid male release during orgasm is what we call the semen. So it plays or supplies a part of the seminal fluid that accompanies the sperm. Then from there, it mixes with your sperm and the sperm production from the testes. Then it helps the sperm to be able to travel and survive to its target and yield with reproduction. That's the key thing. The second one is that God has performed some miracle here, and let's see how the prostate works. By closing of the urethra up to the bladder during ejaculation. So during ejaculation means the release of semen through the penis during orgasm. That is what we call ejaculation. So at a certain point in time, that urethra, that tube that passes through, or that the prostate encircle, at a certain point, it needs to perform some magic for the semen to come out. And at a certain point, it needs to perform a blockade for urine to come out. So the reason why when males are having sex and they want to release, they don't release urine is that God has designed a regulatory mechanism. That's the bladder sphincter muscles that will close the urethra up to the urinary bladder to prevent the semen from entering the bladder. Then also it performs another role here during urination. Okay, I'm not having any sexual intercourse, I want to urinate, but still it needs to pass through the urethra. What will it do? During urination, the muscles will close the prostate. When it closes it, the prostate duct, so that nothing will also enter into the prostate, but rather will come out as a urine. So God has really designed it to perform its role during ejaculation, and also to perform another role during urination. Then the third one is that it helps with hormone metabolism. In the prostate, the male sex hormone, that is the testosterone, and that testosterone is transformed to biologically active form, and it's the prostate that performs it. The testosterone will be in active state, and this is a sex hormone that plays important role in the body. So it functions like the testosterone that prostate do is to regulate your sex drive, to get to help with your libido. So if you are a man, you are suffering from those issues, which means there might be a problem with your hormonal production, especially your sex hormone, which is being metabolized in the prostate. So these are some of the 3 things I can talk about the prostate. So with this, look at how David described God, that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So because God has designed it in this special way, our duty is to maintain it health. Thank you.
Ms. Ansah, do you want to come in here, please? Or should I ask some
yes,
funny?
yes. Just a quick
that's
addition.
fine.
So it can be noted from all that has been said that without the prostate, the male individual will have problems in reproduction, and even to an extent in excretion, like bringing out urine. So the prostate is very beneficial for reproduction and excretion in this instance. So you cannot leave the health of the prostate bare like that. You have to be very considerate and very mindful of the health of the prostate, because it helps you in these functions. And subsequently, if these 2 functions are up and doing, the individual can firmly testify of good health, because reproduction and then mostly excretion help the body in various ways. So if there's health in these 2 aspects, then the individual can also boast of a good health.
I want to ask a funny question. One, is there any possibility, before I go on, please, let's acknowledge our dear sister, Sister Christiana Sapon. Thank you so much, Sister Christiana, for coming along today. We've not seen you for some few weeks now, so we are saying you're welcome back to this platform. She says thanks very much for this important topic, and she continued to say that I'm watching you live from Amsterdam. Thank you so much. Greetings to all the Amsterdamers. Continue to watch us each and every week. But Owusu says, nice explanation. Thanks so much, brothers. Today is Brothers Day, it's Father's Day. So you want to tell us, no matter how noisy the Mother's Day is, they are also there. But don't forget, without us, you cannot come. Without you two, we also cannot come. So we are all celebrating the day together. During the let's say when you are releasing yourself, is there any possibility that both the sperm and then the urine can come at the same time? This is very funny and tricky. I just said, let me just bring that one and see
So
what answers we will get from this.
if the explanation and the description from Brother George's follow, it will be rightly established that by God's design, when one of these fluids
is coming, one is
the other is supposed to be reserved. So the only time that can happen, there occurring the mixture, is when there has been a problem. So I believe moving forward we can discuss that. So it is possible, but that would also alert us of the fact that there is a natural problem in the health of the prostate. So that is what I can say about it.
Thank you so much. You know, these are some of the questions that we would love to know. How could men recognize problems concerning prostate, please?
Okay, so before Brother George comes in, I will want to outline the nature of the prostate in detail. Then we follow you with how people can be aware if there is a problem. So, as I said, the prostate is like a chestnut, like a pea, a nut, and by God's design, the way it has been situated and how it functions. You see, there is daily cellular growth. So every cell in the body experiences growth, and then the life processes. So somehow in size, in weight, and all that, there's that experience of growth. But by God's design, there are some of the glands that, by virtue of how they are and where they are positioned, there has to be a restructure in a way, like maybe as it is getting bigger, then some of the cells have also to be used up so that the size is maintained to suit where it actually is. And with the prostate, when it gets to a certain size, the individual begins to notice some of the problems we will be talking about. So with the size, it is being measured by um, um, a hormone mostly. Let me put it that way. So the more the hormone is being discovered or identified in the male system, then it can be put that the actual size of the prostate has increased. Yes. So between the okay, let me use the young adult. So right before the age of 40, there's this antigen called the prostatic specific antigen, the PSA. When it's measured in the individual's bloodstream before the age of 40, it should be somewhere below 2.5 nanogram per milliliter. That is the perceived average or optimal level of an individual who is considered healthy, having a healthy prostate before the age of 40. Then, within the ages of 40 and 49, between that range to the normal can be measured a little over the 2.5. Then, between the ages of 50 and 59, it goes up to 3.5 nanogram per milliliter. And then between the ages of 60 and 69, it goes up 4.5. And then between 70 and 79, it goes up 6.5. So if there's a measurement that exceeds or goes above the 6.5, depending on the age the individual is in, then the healthcare provider or practitioner can do other series of tests to rule out this particular um, condition, and then would say that maybe the individual has had his prostate enlarging. And now to the question you asked, when the prostate becomes enlarged, you see where it is situated. It has some of its muscles surrounding the urethra, the male urethra. And so increase in size will affect the size of the lumen of the urethra. So it can cause it to narrow, and the individual will experience some urinary symptoms such as frequency, urgency, um, the feeling of residual urine, um, itchy, or irritability. the individual might feel an itch in the urethra, and then there can also be a weak flow of urine. The regular flow of the urine wouldn't be experienced by the individual, and even to the extent of difficulty in urinating. So all these will amass or amount to a problem of the urethra. So that is how an individual can tell that maybe he has a problem when there has been consistent exposure or experience to these, the irritation, the urinary frequency. That is, the person feels the urge to urinate, and then does so many times. It can go up to about 6 or 7 times, even in the night, when all the other organs and glands are supposed to be resting. The individual might be experiencing this um, weak flow of urine, as I've said, and then the feeling of residual urine. So if the individual urinates, instead of feeling comfort, like complete expression, he will still feel that there is some amount of urine that he needs to bring out, and then in turn will find difficulty doing so. So when these are experienced consistently, the individual has to get himself checked by the healthcare provider. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Ackon, do you want to add anything to it,
Oh,
please?
okay. So as Brother Maxwell have said, you realize that to be able to determine, one, you need to note the warning signs, and he has mentioned most of the warning signs that you will be experiencing. And another one I'll add is that when you are releasing semen, there shouldn't be blood in it, or when you are urinating, there shouldn't be blood in it. So at the point when you are urinating, and you begins to be urinating blood, or when you are releasing semen and you begin to be releasing blood, it gives you a clue that there is something wrong. And because it's positioned in front of the rectum, you need to be careful that you might experience some rectal pain or pain at your rectum. Another thing that we can confirm, another thing we have to confirm aside the PSC, we have something we call the digital rectal examination. Digital rectal examination. This is a procedure your doctor will do. He will put on gloves and just puts in your anus, wanted to see some deformity. And by that, you'll be able to identify either there is abnormality or not. Then you need to also do some urine analysis where we assess your urine to see that, oh, you are urinating blood. Is it a different condition like kidney or liver or just the prostate? Then we have ultrasound. You can also do ultrasound scan when you are exhibiting the warning signs. So based on presenting signs, then these investigations will help you to know that whatever you are going through is really a prostate related condition or different condition. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
just to add up, the fact that he has mentioned the position of the prostate in relation to the rectum, sometimes to the individual might experience constipation by virtue of the position of the prostate being in front of the rectum. So if it enlarges to an extent where it alters the function of the rectal meatus, then the person might experience constipation. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for that explanation. I'm very sure that our viewers are very happy with what you both are giving to us this afternoon. Brother Jojo Wisimbe says, oh, so if a man gets erected, there is no way they can urinate, right? Yes. So don't think you are urinating into us. Yes. You're not giving us any waste products, but you're rather giving us the good one, the products that will help us to produce for you as well, so that today be the Father's Day, we can continue wish and bless you for all the goodness that the Lord has done for all of us. Sister Sanu Guru says, very nice hosting, Hanna. Thank you, Sister Puja, for watching us this afternoon. We do appreciate the fact that you spent some time for us this afternoon. Continue watching us, and I'm sure you'll be able to give Mr. Gurun what we are giving you this afternoon so that it can help him to maintain his prostate. At this moment, I would like to let you know that today is our first anniversary, 1 year for Richmond. Richmond Media is 1 year old. You know, it's a blessing from God that the platform is still on its feet and we are moving forward. A year by this time, making it 2 years, we will go too far than even what we are today. To make you know that indeed God has given us a vision to accomplish, to give it to the whole world. So at this moment, we continue to wish our CEO, Sir Bobby, a happy Father's Day. And we thank God for your life, for giving you the vision to bring Richmond Media into existence. And I know that we are moving forward by the grace of God. The platform that we have goes everywhere to the whole world. So that alone shows that indeed the platform is moving forward. The media station is a strong station that is sending the word of God to the whole nation. Don't you like this? I appreciate the fact that I am part of this media station. And I know even if you are not here hosting a program or be a guest, you are still part of us. Once you are spending your time watching us, we do appreciate you. So we also thank you to our viewers. The fact that all the time you spend your time watching us, that has brought us this far. So you are part of the Richmond family. We thank God for 1 year old. We are still crawling, but we are moving forward. Brother George Owusu says, naturally, men get erected at dawn and feel like urinating. What's the mechanism involved in getting hard on an urinating place? Men.
Okay, so you realize that not all erection means you are releasing semen. That's why we said during ejaculation at your peak. So whenever you wake up, your senses needs to tell you that I'm around, I'm around, I'm around. So your male organ also needs to identify you that he's also around, and that will be the erection, but not ejaculation. That's why during that process, per the mechanism, the sphincter will open for urine to come, but not semen to come. So that's the reason behind it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our sister Christiana Sapon says, congratulations to Richmond Media. Thank you, Sister Christiana. And congratulations to you as well, because you are always with us. So we are celebrating the day with you together. Congratulations to all of us. Brother Maxwell and Brother Ackon, we progress. Okay. Now comes to the main question for this program. How could men maintain the health of prostate?
Okay, so in mostly all of the discussions we've had, there's this pattern that we've tried to put forth about considering prevention before cure. And but to achieve this, we've been talking about some principles, about 8 of them, including nutrition, exercise, the use of water, sunlight, trust in God, air, pure air. and rest and sleep, and then trust in God. And these principles also apply here. I I I have to make this clear. So the conditions that result from um, the fact that when you do not maintain the health of your prostate, you might develop a benign prostate hypertrophy. That is an enlargement of the prostate that is not cancerous. And with that, with that, the people at risk mostly are the aged, um, 60s, 70, and there above. So um, that would be the people at risk. However, there have been instances where younger adults have developed this enlargement. And so I believe we will talk much on the prevention. When you wait around until you develop this problem. Another one is the prostate cancer. You shouldn't wait till you get to these conditions before you act, because I can tell you for a fact that it is very, very difficult treating these conditions, the BPH and then the prostate cancer, with the cancer being the worst of them all. So you can, and you have to stick to principles to avert yourself getting into the condition. However, if you get into these conditions, there are measures put in place to maintain the health and function of the prostate, and the medications, and the ultimate being surgery. But then I want to say that we have to be on the preventive side. As you have said, we have to maintain the health of the prostate. So people who have already um, experienced or encountered any of these conditions, I believe, and have taken action, I believe by now you are on a treatment regime. And we'll be talking about measures to add up to your regimen that will help. But on the preventive side, nutrition is key. I believe Brother George will be talking about that. And one major thing is exercise, regular, proper exercise. The reason I am saying this is that in the description of the nature of the prostate, um, it is established that there are muscles at work here. So the sphincter and the major mass of the prostate is made up of muscles. And when you exercise, you get to strengthen the muscular composure. So you will strengthen the muscles of the prostate, and they will align and be in health. When you exercise regularly, you will get the prostate to function well for you, because the muscles will be healthy, and then they will be performing all the vital actions they need to perform for you. So I would say in this case, exercise is is a key factor to maintaining the health of the prostate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brother Maxwell. And Brother Ackon, please, have you got additional contribution to what Maxwell has already given us? Brother Ackon,
Perfect
please.
prostate. The will of God is for us to get a better health, as he said in 3 John 2, that his prayer is for us to get good health. Therefore, it's our responsibility to maintain that perfect He has given to us. So I will again say that when it comes to maintaining the health, is the husband, the wife, and children together that help our males to be able to get healthy prostate. As Brother Maxwell have said, most. Another thing I'll tackle is about a prolonged sitting. You know, most of us per our work, we sit for a lot, but we can schedule and do some activities that will help us to be able to at least be getting up, because prolonged sitting will also increase your risk of getting such condition. Then the rectum is just in front of the prostate. It means when you have anything blocking the rectum, as in constipation, you will probably develop or be at risk of getting a prostate-related condition. Therefore, we need to be very careful that if you are constipated, don't brag on your constipation. Oh, me, I can travel for 5 days and I'll not. No, you are creating a major problem. So let's be careful that we eat foods in high fiber, not more of the process, so that we can get a free bowel. Then another one that we talk about is that if you want to maintain your prostate health, be mindful about your alcohol intake. The best drink for you is water. And please make sure you don't keep urine to yourself. When you keep urine to yourself, remember the urinary bladder, it holds your urine, and the urine will pass through the urethra out. But when you hold urine, there will be infection. Then, because urine itself is waste that needs to come out. So by denying it to come out means that you are harboring the waste. And that infection can also trigger the prostate to get what we call inflamed prostate, as we will be talking about. Then also, God creating this human system, we see ourselves in nature. Therefore, when it comes to our dietary lifestyle, we need to be careful that we have cancer that can affect prostate. Therefore, one doctor called Dr. Owusu, he discovered this cancer treatment, and he said that in the presence of alkaline condition, no disease, including cancer, can strive. Therefore, when you want to treat or maintain, protect your prostate from a cancer-related condition, be mindful of meat intake, meat eating. Then the next one, if you are obese, you are increasing in weight, be careful, because obesity itself is a risk factor for cancer. Not only that prostate, but cancer-related, and prostate too, we can get cancer attacking the prostate. Another specifics, we need to be eating variety of fruits, especially like the citrus fruits, the oranges, the lemon, and co. Why? Because it has high vitamin C and also help protect the organ prostate. Another thing is that watermelon. Watermelon too, vitamin C, excellent source of lycopene, and lycopene and antioxidant, that also research has also proven that it also helps lower your risk of getting prostate cancer. So we need to be very careful about that. Then when you take onion, per the nature, onion represents cells. So you realize before you get into onion itself, you will be removing the outer, come to the next, it's in layers. Therefore, the prostate also needs cells, and the best to help its cell is onion. So let's be taking a lot of onion and garlic so that it also protects the strength of the prostate. Then avocado. Avocado is very powerful and very good also for the prostate because of that lutein and other components in it. It helps protect you from getting it. And seeds, variety of the seeds, like the pumpkin seed, the watermelon seed, any other seed you can mention of, be chewing them in variety so that it will protect your kidney, your prostate for you. Then also milks. Milks here, I'm talking about the natural milk. So you can get your coconut, you prepare your own coconut milk. You can get your tiger nut, you prepare your own tiger nut. Then you can get your almond nut, you can prepare your own almond nut, which will help the health of your prostate because it also helps in hormone production. So if you are not taking the milky food in its natural state, it will inhibit or delay the production of hormones. Then it will affect you with fertility issues. Another thing I'll talk about is the corn silk. Corn silk. Corn silk. Corn silk is when you take the maize, that hairy nature, the hairy-like thing in every maize. When you take it as a tea, when you take it as a tea, scientists have also proven that the extract can stop the growth of cancer cells. So when we combine all these things, making sure we reduce our junk foods and go into most of, at least our foods should be close from nature, it will protect our prostate. And the cruciferous vegetables like the broccoli, the cabbage, the cauliflower, then because the prostate is also an organ, it also gets its strength from blood. So like the pomegranate, the beetroot, and water itself helps the blood. And if your blood is strong and your blood vessels is also not being blocked with cholesterol and fatty tissues, you realize it will get adequate and quality blood, and you get the good health of your prostate. So beloved, let's try to limit the refined foods. Let's try to maintain our weight. Let's try to prevent ourselves from constipation. And by God's grace, even if you have had this condition and you are being treated and you add this to it, you get a good result. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brothers, for that in-depth explanation to us and to our viewers. We say thank you so much for how far you have been with us. We just want to remind you that today is Father's Day. So whoever is just joining us, we wish you a happy Father's Day. And we pray that all men will be responsible, not just produce and live. May God help all of our men to be responsible. We also want to remind you that today is 1 year old. We are 1 year. That means Richmond Media is 1 year. Today is our first anniversary. We thank God for how far He has brought us. And to all our presenters, we say, well done for your good works, because without you, the program or the station wouldn't have been sustained. By the grace of God, He has brought all of us from various ways, bringing us together to improve upon the work of Richmond, so that our name and our work will go together to the whole nations. And to our CEO, Sir Bobby, we say thank you, and may the good Lord continue to bless you and your family and your wife, Sister Monica. We say thank you so much for being there for our boss, so that two of you together have brought us to this far. Oh, Ghana Whole Foods, that is a wholesale that sells all kinds of food products from Ghana. So if you want to get hold of this production or product from Ghana, any forms of food that you want, any food stuff that you want from Ghana, just contact 07592 489834, and you will get whatever that you want. Richmond Media is bringing this to you. Not forgetting OAP, our main OAP. OAP, if you're transferring money from UK to Ghana, or wherever you are transferring money to Ghana, just download the app from App Store and you use Richmond code RICHMO. On your first transaction, you will get £7 from that. You don't like this, what else do you want? Yeah, your friends and family will call you to testify that indeed they have received the money just as you told them. So please, Onia, Amarenfi say, Onia Bebobra, or a pay, Yawahamau. So this care Ghana and Quadia, me come for Sassikamania in Krabate at the amount on any old pay, or a pay. So this can air Ghana, Mr. Download the app on our app store. Now, bet me, I use baby Biara, we will Biara. Mprempren wo di sika ne tu ma na de am wabusuafo afra e de adanse coupon code a wo be use a be ma wo £7 e RICHMO Richmond Medamo ase. Gentlemen, please, as we proceed and progress, what are some of the implications of inappropriate maintenance of prostate care?
Okay, so I would talk about the enlargement. Brother George has talked about a lot, and things that get us to the state where we now have problems with the prostate. So the implications would obviously be an alteration in the regular and proper function of the prostate. So you would be having a problem when it comes to urine and urine excretion. You will having a problem with um, reproduction, and in effect, you can have your sperms not, or the semen not performing up to task, and you also would have rectal problems. You can have infection. There's a whole lot. As I said earlier in this discussion, if you have a problem in excretion as a male and um, reproduction, even excretion alone can cause you a whole lot of problems. And so, um, when you do not maintain the health of your prostate, you are at risk of having other rebound excretory problems. But what the most of us are concerned about is the reproduction factor. You see, people are mostly concerned when um, they are not doing well in that aspect. It can even affect your sexual life for the married people. It can affect your sexual life. Remember, Brother George pointed out that um, the hormone testosterone is metabolized there in the uh, prostate. And in effect, it also goes to affect your sex drive, and even to an extent of the proper health of the semen or the sperm you are bringing out. So this can be a very big problem for our men. And in this generation that we find ourselves, if you have a problem in your sex life, then it can go down to affect you emotionally, um, and in all those aspects. So I would say that we should be very mindful and then be able to maintain the health of the process so that we don't go down into this condition. The ultimate one that I'll talk about is the prostate cancer. If it gets to that stage, then obviously you have a big problem, a very bigger problem, because aside the problems in excretion and reproduction, when it becomes cancerous, then your entire health in relation to the energy you will use for other activities also is now being affected, since the body would have to gather all its strength and aim it at fighting the cancer, which wouldn't be beneficial for you in any way. So we should be very mindful of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Brother Ackon, before I get to you, there is a question here. I think we might be able to answer that question along with the same question that we are on at the moment. Anyway, Sister Ivona Samoa say good afternoon. Congratulations to Richmore. Thank you, Sister Ivona Samoa. Brother Oforiata Evans says not having regular sex can cause prostate enlargement. Is it a myth or is it a fact? Please. Yeah, you may continue.
Okay. For marriage couples, you realize that we have time duration for everything or time for everything, and overdoing something also brings problem to you. But you realize that because the prostate work is to be able to help bring out semen, as you are having sex with your partner, then you are releasing semen, means that it's working. So in a way, it's like you exercising it. But let's also be mindful with the activity that goes on. You realize that currently most men want to impress their wives and co. So with the issue of aphrodisiacs and co, so that they can be able to. So you realize that it will not follow its normal pattern. So you want to take a drug that will take you for like 3 hours before you release, of which, let's say, by God's grace, he has designed a clock that after you having the sex, it needs to come out at a certain minute. So if you overgo that extent, will also, although you are releasing semen, helping your prostate, but at the end will bring a disorder with your prostate. So you having sex with your partner is a form of exercising the prostate, though, but you need to also be mindful about the regularities as well, so that you know that overdoing everything also is not good. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Ackon. Richmond Media is, is laughing. Oh, Mazimiria says, God bless you a lot for this topic. Thank you so much for watching us on Facebook. Thank you, everyone, for watching us. So, as we come to the end of our program, I know it's almost time, already time, but anyway, we will just finish it with whose recommendation. Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay, so as Maxwell will come in with it, I want to say that as we are bringing the curtains to a close, you need to be careful that God has maintained the better health of your prostate. Therefore, a disease will occur when you are not taking good care of it, and that will result in that. But remember that the groundwork of all happiness is good health. Therefore, if you are not having a good health, you might be also having sad moods. You need to be careful that when you talk about the prostate health, don't go and look at only prostate, because the system is interconnected. So your blood, the blood vessels, anything that supplies to the blood also can. So anytime you see some signs, as we have mentioned, please visit your healthcare provider. Then appropriate measures will be taken so that will prevent any complication, because you might assume it will be a prostate related condition, but it might be a different condition. Thank you.
Okay, so what I would add up is the recommendation would be geared towards early detection. So what WHO recommends is early that we get ourselves checked. Once school of thought says you should get yourself checked every 3 to 5 years, but I would say that if you are having any prostate condition now, then it has to be annually, yearly. But then if you haven't developed, or your healthcare provider has not stated that you have any prostate condition, then 2 years would be good. You have to get yourself checked to see the status of your prostate, your prostate health. So WHO is very concerned about early detection, because that help us to be able to care for you or help you better. So all the males, the fathers, please get yourselves checked for your prostate health. I would want to end by also wishing all the wonderful gentlemen in Maidstone SDA Church and Chatham SDA a very wonderful, happy Father's Day. God bless all of them for their support. Thank you.
I can see, Brother Ackon, you want to say something. I know we are far behind time, but whatever you wanted to say, are you okay?
Okay, so what I want to just say is what Brother Maxwell have said. You realize that above everything, please never be discouraged that because you are having a prostate related issue and we have talked about it means that's your end. No, have a positive mind, and early detection, as he has rightly said, will help you by sitting down with your healthcare provider or professional, the advice, and by following these, refraining from your wrongs and doing the right. By God's grace, surely you will be able to improve upon your condition, and it will not worsen to where you are still thinking of. So have a positive mind, and it will yield a good result. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Gavin says, continue the good work. Thank you, Brother Gavin, for watching us all the time. And Brother Owusu Queen says, I'm confused with George's statement. Overdoing it creates a problem. My late granddad gave birth to his last child at 70 years. No prostate issues, but how come he gave birth to about 30 kids? That's why we are encouraging you, creating awareness to maintain good health of your prostate, so that at the age of 70, my brother, you can still be performing well and still have your pension, baby. We thank you, gentlemen, for today. You have been amazing to all of us. You've been blessed to all of us, myself and everyone watching us. To our viewers, you are very precious to us. Thank you. And continue to watch us the same time every week, 1500 or 3 o'clock UK time. And you can convert it to wherever you are. Ghana time is 2 o'clock, and the European time is 4 o'clock. Make time, save time to save life. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Today's topic was about how to maintain a healthy prostate. I'm sure you've gotten something from us. And to all the fathers, we wish you a blessed Father's Day. To the responsible ones and to the ones that are not responsible, may the good Lord give you the love so that you can also extend it to your generation, so that you will also count yourself among the responsible ones. Today, Richmond Media is 1 year. God bless all of us until we meet again the same time next week. My name is Hanna Bimah.
Try